So I'd like to invite our CEO Andriy Zhylenko. So Andriy, a leader which shows his true colors when faced the unprecedented odds. So this year, really, we were all presented with new situation in which Andriy leads us and is leading us, and we couldn't have asked for a better one. So Andriy, the stage is yours, please. Thank you.
Hello, customers, colleagues, and partners. So I'm very happy to see you here, although virtually. And I have the a bit sad task of concluding this few hours of conversations about things which we have done, the things which are available, but also I have this opportunity to talk about the future. And for those of you who don't know me yet, I'm one of the co-founders of PortaOne. I'm one of the original developers of our product. I used to be Chief Technical Officer for 16 years until I was able to pass this role to my capable colleagues, Andriy Zhylenko, our current CTO, and Nikolai Derevyanko, Head of Development. They're doing amazing work, and I'm grateful for their support. I would like to publicly express it. I'm not a futurist, so I cannot tell you what exactly is going to happen or how much Bitcoin is going to be worth in January 2023. But I can tell you about some things which we see, some things which we predict based on our past experience, and how we can work together with you to make the next year and the years to come a success for all of us. So I'll talk about what we are doing in this picture and a few bits of advice at different areas, how to approach it and how to do it as a team with our customers and partners. Last customer conference we did, it was during COVID times, and we were saying, okay, the world is so weird. It's even more weird these days, and it's going to be changing rapidly. And there are many things we have to deal with. There are some opportunities. The good news for our customers, telecom operators, it's that, as we learned already on the previous economic crises, that typically communication is the last thing a business would turn off because they needed to survive. In fact, in 2008, we learned that many businesses, they actually were looking for new communication tools to compensate for things which they had to cut down, like airline fares. And the fact that we are doing this conversation in this virtual space, also it's partially because of the challenges we put during COVID times. So there is an opportunity, and it's the goal of you to identify a specific customer segment which will need a customized solution where you can deliver value and earn the revenue for that customer segment. PortaOne 2022. Well, first of all, I'm grateful to you, our customers, for your support throughout the year in all the things we went through. And I'm, of course, grateful to colleagues who stood together, shoulder by shoulder, helping each other, helping our customers, and we went through this. I know the Ukraine will prevail. I know there's going to be peace. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but we will not stop, neither in PortaOne or the whole population of Ukraine. So we will go on. We managed to maintain our support operations. We managed to maintain our engineering team. We continued doing some research and development for new interesting products or product options. Some of them you have seen already. Some of them are going to be presented in the months to come. And we were busy building partner ecosystem, because it's another thing we realize we cannot do this alone. There are so many things that operators need these days. A single company cannot fulfill those needs and should not even try. So it's better to combine best of breed of different solutions into a unified package. Of course, the best thing to do to achieve success and survive uncertain economic times is to earn more money. From our side, how can we assist you? We invested a lot of engineering resources in catching up on the hosted PBX, cloud PBX functionality. This pie is still quite big. There are a lot of opportunities, especially with some of the bigger vendors being acquired and not providing the services the customers need. Now, especially with the addition of Self-Care Portal and PortaPhone, we feel that you have the required tools to go and to be able to get more customers, provide better service. Also, there are multiple opportunities alongside with the traditional types of service you've been providing. SMS, IoT, and there are many others. So look around, keep innovating, come to us to discuss your ideas. And something which we want to do is to share these blueprints for success, because a provider who implemented innovative and great service in Netherlands, they're not really competing with a provider who is based in Spain or Canada. So they can actually freely share their success and can be reused. And to allow you put something on the market, improve your products, and get more revenue, upsell your services quicker, we build and expand an add-on mart. So adding some new great thing will not take months or year of your own development and a lot of resources, but it can be a few mouse clicks to activate and a day or two to configure and test it, and here you go. You have a better product. A question which I've been asked, and there is some confusion among PortaOne customers, because for so many years we've been providing this unlimited perpetual license with all the functionality included. So there is some confusion about the division between PortaSwitch and add-on mart. And I believe they can coexist, they will coexist. And PortaSwitch, it's the core product. It's developed by our team and we want to focus on its stability and performance. And all the new features which we develop, which go into PortaSwitch, they still are provided as a part of your regular maintenance contract. So you're not paying anything for activating those features. So nothing changes there. Add-on mart offers new possibilities, because if there is a new IP phone on the market, or if there's an integration with a new DAD supplier, right, you don't want to wait until updating the whole system. And the most important thing is that we found out, okay, we have a team and they should be focused on developing something inside of our product. Maintaining a connection to external system, whether it's for text calculations, providing DAD numbers, or anything else, it's better to be maintained by people who know that system, and they are directly motivated to keep it up to date and add new integrations. So we do want this add-on mart modules to be developed by third parties. There will be more and more of them, and it will bring value to you. And of course, in order to attract those developers, in order to make them participate in the system, they have to be paid. So add-on mart modules, they are provided on a subscription basis. It's a fairly small compared to the regular to the license price monthly fee, but it allows you immediate use of that functionality. And some of people asking, okay, well, how come now we have to pay for some additional functionality? Well, the choice is not between to get that functionality for free or to pay for it. For instance, some DID providers, let's say bandwidth.com. The question is whether you will not have integration with bandwidth.com because our team probably will not have resources to develop it, or there will be a developer who created integration, it will appear there, and for a reasonable fee, you'll be able to use it immediately. So both models will exist. The core would be on our old principle, but something which touches the external systems, it will be PortaOne Mart, and this will create new opportunities and better business for everybody involved. Another recipe for doing a better business is, of course, spending less. What can we recommend here? We're not trying to give advice on how to run the operations in general. But one of the obvious, or maybe not so obvious, things how to save on operations is actually move into the cloud. We have several customers who abandoned this good old physical servers in data centers and moved into the cloud. There are some immediately visible cost savings based on the cost of hardware and data center cost, but something which people don't always realize and it doesn't always reflected correctly in the books. It's a fact, if you have those servers, you are maintaining them. So some fairly skilled engineer from your team will spend time on these trips to data center and doing things there. And again, we know engineering resources are scarce, expensive these days. So instead of doing this highly skilled engineer can do something more productive and deliver better value for your business and for your customers. I was saying that there is a possibility to create this customized solutions for specific niches, which typically requires a combination of different components and some integration and development work. These days, we have more and more advanced and powerful low-code and no-code tools. So we recommend using them. We create better APIs for them to be used. And we have people like Sergey Kirik, who can be your playing coach. They will jumpstart your project. They'll create the initial level of integration of proper work. And after that, your team can do further enhancements and maintenance. And PortaOne Mart also gives you a possibility to turn that kind of internal development you do from something which only requires investment from your side. So you pay for a developer to do the work, and then you pay for somebody to maintain it. But now you can turn it into a module and into a revenue share stream from other PortaOne customers around the world. So this changes the approach for internal development things. And the third component of how to run a better business 2023 is to be more successful on the new initiatives and the projects you launch. Before that, our approach was we were a provider of technology. So we would give you this Swiss Army knife, and then you will figure out whether you want to carve a wood stature or you would like to just open some wine bottle using corkscrew. As we saw, not everybody have enough technical and project management expertise in the house. So this is why we build up the team which can do the proper business analysis and project management and execute those projects faster and with a higher success rate. So work with us. When we are together, when we see the whole picture and not just regular support tickets, we can help you better, and this new service and new product, this new thing you are doing will be launched much, much faster. And in the current situation, everybody has to kind of adjust and think about as a startup. So it means launching minimum viable product. Launching initial version of your service in 2 months is much better than trying to build a perfect product in 1 year. Because when you put it on the market initially, you can measure the user satisfaction, engagement, you can adjust it. You can put up a prototype in a matter of weeks and see and test the reaction. Hence things such as IoT Mill and other agile approaches, because you want to innovate, you want to create something new, but one of the key things every successful startup founder learns, you have to be very reflective of what you're doing, and if you test something and something doesn't quite work, maybe it's time to adjust the strategy. And of course, in order to do this, in order to stay competitive, offer a good service, it's important to have access to all the up-to-date tools and solutions which we offer, which means running fairly recent version of PortaSwitch, and to assist you with that, we allow to run update procedures, not just through the traditional scheme, but through new methods such as dual version, which will allow you to get updated with less efforts from your side, with less disturbance for your customers. And final thing, I would like this to be dialogue, because we're doing, I think, decent job of informing you about what we are doing. We are sending newsletters, we're doing webinars, we're doing customer conferences. We're not always sure about what you are doing and what are you facing with the customers, which projects you are running. So I would like this to be a communication loop. We have our LinkedIn group. We have a YouTube channel, so sign up, comment on videos which you watch there. We have blog PortaOne.com, so I would love everybody to read it periodically. We send out some surveys and questionnaires, so please respond to that, or if it's something which you request, but there's a better person in your organization, forward it to him or her. It would not take that much time, but it provides us with a very valuable information to adjust our development roadmap and know better. And a new initiative which we're trying to do, for instance, for new API, is to build a working groups. So there's going to be a team of people, and from your side, somebody who can invest a few hours per month only, but doing their routine work on providing some feedback, doing reviews. And by doing so, you will receive a product such as new version of API or something which is much better, which will save your developers much more time than investment done during these workshops. So please do so. And we have these amazing people, our customer success managers. Their job is not easy because they're mostly used not as a success managers, but as a crisis manager. So everybody knows when something is wrong, you can go to Vlad, Natalia, Oksana, or Daria, and they will help. And thank you for that. Thank you for doing this. I know it is important, but they can do much more, because the idea is they would be the people you talk to when you have this new idea about building a new service, building a new product. They can direct you to the helpful resources. We may have this success blueprint from another customer, or they can help you to organize this as a project where we'll be working together to get it running successfully in the shortest amount of time possible. So please contact them, not only in the times of crisis, but also when you have this bright new idea about a great service. Thank you very much for attending. We're not leaving yet. We are here. We're here to communicate with you. And I hope to see you on our virtual events, and sometime soon see you in person in our offices in Ukraine. Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini!